Ladies, stop being so hard-headed at times when your man is trying to tell you things. Like, at times we think that a man is controlling us when he's trying to tell us something because he can see something better than we can. For instance, your man will tell you, hey, stop arguing with them people. Stop communicating with them people. Stop talking to them, because he looks at you on a higher level. The problem is that they're nothing compared to you. So when he's trying to tell you things like, oh, stop doing this and stop doing that, it's not because he's controlling you. It's because he looks at you like, man, you up here and they're down here. Like, they don't even compare to you.
See, based on what Shorty just said right now is why what's up, gang? How y'all doing? Is why I like, a lot of times I prefer to be single. Any man with like direction, you might not even be like, you might not make all the money. You may work at McDonald's, nigga. You may not make all the money, you may not be this, but man, when I tell you, it's hard to find a woman that can take direction from a man. It's hard to find a woman that talk like this lady do, this young lady. It's hard, bro. It's hard. And a lot of guys, I do have to throw in and say, a lot of guys fucked it up for us with this. You know, a lot of guys just mad controlling and where you at, where you going, who you with, oh, DMX, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these niggas just be tripping on their women, you know what I'm saying? And real, like, overbearing and controlling, and none of this is what she's talking about. She's not talking about those guys. She's not talking about this controlling kind of, who you with? Get grown, who you with? Like, nah, she's not talking about that.
So, as women, we have to take a step back and say, maybe my man is right. Like, maybe he does see something that I can't see, because I'll be completely honest, men have a much better perspective of things than women do.
She's talking about a woman being able to listen to their man and take correction. The main thing, because I experienced this in my last relationship, where like that social media shit, like when your spouse come up to you like, oh, look at this, oh, look at it, oh, it's like their whole world is like Facebook, their whole world, all their comments is like social media. And after a while, the shit just be like, or they be like in Twitter fights or in Facebook fights. And it's like, yo, I see you so above these people. And I look at the person, I was looking at the person like, why, like, what's the point in doing that? Like, you don't have to engage socially that way. I see you higher than that. So I don't know why you're engaging with these people with these low level thoughts. A lot of times, like, even when I had this concept about the person that, you know, I was dealing with, I mean, this person's like 20 fucking times smarter than me. And I didn't know if, like, I'm going to be honest too and find a balance here with a person being so, like, smart and highly intelligent. To be honest, I don't know if that's like a release to like dumb it way down and be in like Facebook arguments and shit like that. But I'm like, that's a lot of negative energy. That's a lot of energy that I, as a person, I wouldn't want. And I honestly, with you telling me about it, in a sense, I'm kind of sort of partially engaging in it. So I just don't want to engage. And I honestly, before I used to like make that person a little bit annoyed and things like that. And I just be like, I don't get it, because I'm just trying to tell you, like, you're better than that. Like you there's other things to talk about. There's more higher level conversations to have. And that person will usually just go off on me. Oh, your friends, and I'm like, okay, I'm just giving you advice for how I feel about you, what I think about you.
Men know when something is bullshit immediately, and we as women, we can't catch that. So take a step back, listen to your man. It's okay.
And honestly, I thought it was sort of kind of backhanded compliment, but I get, you know, you want to do you, and you want to feel how you feel about your engagements and how you talk on social media. But I always thought that was a little bit, you know, how I felt, you know, about like females taking direction and engaging in things that, you know, probably ain't necessary. It's like, I think what majority of fellas go through is a lot of women don't have that introspection until later. You know what I'm saying? Probably until that dude is gone, probably until they out of that relationship or whatever. Or probably never. You know what I'm saying, to be honest. And while you in that relationship is what I really want to say. Guys really do look for that. We do look for when we say something like, you come back like, you know what? You weren't trying to fuck me over. Like, you weren't trying to lie to me. You was right. You was definitely trying to help me. And we don't get that from y'all. We honestly don't. We give y'all so much advice. We tell y'all so much. Even when it come to like your friends and being tried and disrespected and, you know what I'm saying, dogged out by your friends, we really try to help y'all out. And I know y'all gonna say, well, yeah, we do that with y'all too, y'all. I know we're only talking about this right now. We could talk about that too if you want. I know y'all got it, and that's another thing too. Is like it's always a back and forth. That's why I'm one to quick to give up. Because when you try to give a motherfucker some information, they be like, well, all you do, I be like, all right, I'm good. And they don't even recognize that. See, a person really trying to give you some advice and not trying to argue with your ass, the moment you come with that rat shit, okay, I got it. I got that you didn't get it, but I got it.
Men don't voice their feelings because half the time they end up upsetting their woman when they do.
Rat, you go on here. You know what I'm saying? And she said men have a much better perspective than women do, which I get her point in saying that. I don't agree with that fully, but I get what she mean by the fight or flight, the swivel, head on the swivel, being aware of everything kind of shit. Yeah, I get what she means where she says men know when things are bullshit. And I think that's where it gets frustrating for a man dealing with this type of, not her, but this type of woman she's talking about. It gets difficult because it's like we already calling bullshit before you start getting too engaged and too hyped into what you about to say. We already calling bullshit. We can already just zip, a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what's frustrating for a man too, is like, you still trying to engage me when you're not understanding the difference between us and the difference between the levels that I see you on, the level mentally that I'm on, and me just calling bullshit, not even want to engage in this. You know what I mean? A lot of that social media shit. She threw his grandmama ashes in the lake because she was mad she got cheated on. Y'all know what I'm saying. Oh, and she said, the second part to that, she said, and we as women, she said, men recognize bullshit immediately. She said, but we as women can't catch that. See, y'all, when a man make I noticed this too in my relationships. When I make a determination and I'm set, I have I'll be around women that be trying to like change my idea or to change my mind, or they'll be like trying to figure out how did I become sure of myself so quick. It's because of how the fuck I think. Like I learned that you learn as a man real quick, hesitancy and trying to ride the fence and ride in the middle go get you fucked up. So a lot of guys learn to make determinations and decisions, especially not very important ones, pretty quick. You know what I mean?